is a reverso movement here. It's basically the same as what you see right here, taken down into all of its components. It could go even further into more components. I don't have all my tools with me, but this could be broken down into 4 pieces by itself, another 3 here, and more over here. So all these parts are made by us, made by Jaeger-LeCoultre. It's something we pride ourselves on doing, making everything in our own factory instead of having to buy from somebody else. And Jaeger-LeCoultre has been in business since 1833, so we've been around for a while. This is a tourbillon, so it's going to be more complicated than what you see here. Even a bit more complicated is our dual match.
It's a universe.
Right. So if I were to take this one apart, it would fill up probably all of this space here. We have a version of this that's a bit more complicated over there that has 1,400 components in it. Well, I'm in the repair side. So if I were to work on this watch, if a customer sends it in with some kind of problem, and to take it apart, clean it, adjust it, re-lubricate everything, this one could probably take 3 days. Well, when I went to school for 2 years. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. So when I got out, and when any student really gets out of a watchmaking school, they are prepared to work on movements like this, kind of a basic movement. And throughout the years, depending on what company or where a person works, you get training every year. For Jaeger, we get training every single year. And every year they evaluate us as watchmakers to see our competency level to move up to more complicated pieces. So I'm at a point now where I'm working on perpetual calendars, tourbillons, things like that. So it gets more complicated every year. So I'm always learning. We've always got new product, as you can see, to learn. So it never gets old. So it's a very strenuous program. It's, for the first 6 months or so, we don't even get to touch watches. We make parts, we make screws, we make our own tools, such as tools like these, not the plastic of course, but the metal. We turn on a lathe, we file with very small files, we hand polish them, and what that does is it gives us a better understanding of how metals work together, why different metals are used in different situations, heat treating, tempering the metals, and then also, while we didn't realize it, it was teaching us all our hand skills to be really steady and to go smaller and smaller and smaller. Then we're allowed to work on watches. So it's improving our hand skills, our hand-eye coordination, and our understanding of metallurgy. Well, one thing that attracted me to this business is that the basic mechanics of everything have stayed the same for about 500 years now. So this series of wheels here, this basic concept has been around for 500 years. Now, over time, people have improved on metals and metallurgy and different alloys to reduce friction and things like that. But the same basic concept has been in this tradition and it's timeless. But at the same time, new companies are coming out with new alloys, new materials to use in different areas, like this hairspring here.
Oh yeah.
It's a very small spring around the balance. Some companies, including us, are using silicone to, and time will tell how that works out. So new things are being invented all the time, but subtle changes. So this same basic concept of a watch remains the same.
Yeah.
Some personal question. Have you ever opened up any father's watch or something
When I was a
you
kid,
could?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could tell.
I've always been into mechanics.
I see.
I notice small imperfections in everything. Like I'll look at this lamp and see that it's not perfectly round on the bottom. Really weird things like that. And if something's not perfectly straight or at a 90-degree angle, I notice it before anybody else. Things like that bother me. So that's another thing we learn when we're making our tools. Like you can see there's a round right there. And that's something that we have to be able to see. If something is perfectly round, or if something's perfectly straight or not, because it impacts the function of a watch.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Very informative.
Yeah.